Hello my fellow gamers, Simple Geek Gaming, and we are back on the Codex server for episode 13. And you may be thinking 13, unlucky number for some, but to be honest, it doesn't really force me in the slightest. And I'm just thinking, get this 13 episode out of the way so I can just get on to 14 and so on and so on and so on. Because it's just episodes and I just love recording them. So what's been going on since you last saw me? And obviously I've been doing Minecraft and Crash Landing, which I've been getting out. Obviously on the schedule that I've instrumented on YouTube, but the thing is, like, if you're a big Minecraft player like myself, and I know quite a few of you are out there, you'll know that Microsoft has bought Mojang for a reported $2.5 billion, and that in my eyes is an absolutely blooming stupid amount of money. But it's just a case of, wow, I don't know, it's just a lot of money. And loads of people are thinking, oh, out on the web case of what is going to be happening with Minecraft, and loads of people saying DLC, and other people say, oh, get this extra bit of thing for XX pounds or X dollars or something. In my eyes though, I'm not too fussed at the moment. It's just a case of it's still early days in terms of the takeover, so more likely enough they're still near enough finalising everything, getting all the infrastructure put in place, so obviously more money to Mojang, which in turn means they can actually help push the game out and to make it better. And I know there's still quite a few bugs in the game, and that's one thing we don't like in the game. But either way, the future is a little bit uncertain, but I ain't really thinking about it in some respects. Another thing is a case of on this Codex server itself, and that is the fact that the one and only Mirillis, if you ever watched during the Codex videos on the Codex, you'll know that he is one of the main men on the server, and he has decided to leave. I believe it was a very tough decision for him, but I do really wish him well. And I'm just thinking if I can try and talk to some of the other guys on the server and see if we can do a humongous massive send off for him. So because obviously date of the recording is early in the week. His last episode from my perspective is this coming Friday, so this video will be coming out on the following Wednesday, so hopefully we'll be able to do something by then. Either way, it's going to take a lot of doing, and I need to make sure everyone is in for a call or something, so that's going to be quite intriguing. So is it night time yet? Yes it is. Right, let's just sleep in our little bed. I really need to make myself a little rubbish hut, like a little mud hut. I've got tons of soil in there. No, not this one. Yeah, in this one, and in this one, and in this one, without placing the moving torch down. And you may be thinking, why have I got all this soil? Because if you remember, in the last one, we just started out marking out our little pit area to make our floating island crater, and this is what I've done, and it's taken for blooming ever, and that is only because I've been using stone spades, and I really wish I had a properly nice diamond spade enchanted just to make my job a hell of a lot faster. It really would have gotten a hell of a lot quicker if I would have done so. But I think at least is a start. And at the moment, you can't really get an idea of its actual scale, because obviously you're looking at it down here, and eventually the fact is I want it to be a nice crater where it goes down all the way like that and be jagged around the edges, and then you just look up and you just see the cratered earth or something. Though one part of me's thinking, dig it out, cover it up, and then I don't have to see it again. So what? Really, I can't even bloody speak. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna topple up to probably about 160, because I'm thinking that's the new height I want the island to be. Because I was thinking 140, and I thought, nah, have it a little bit higher. So I'm just gonna go up to that height without falling. I'll be back in a second. And here is the height from the way too high 162. And my god, this is so high up. I've already died once, literally made this first bloody tower, tried to press shift, and I kind of fell down. It took about 4 seconds to get to the bottom and just splat. So obviously, as you can see, second tower here just to get blooming back up. All I'm thinking is just a case of, why am I doing this? I'm constantly thinking to myself, have I got anything better to be doing other than just digging out this humongous crater before I start building out? And I think, if no, I haven't really. I just think, get on with it. Either way, I keep thinking this thing is going to be absolutely spectacular once it's finished, though. It's going to take a lot and lot of work. So, I think what we are at 162. So, I think first things first, just try and spread this out a little bit. And just so it's going to make it a hell of a lot easier to work up here. And then one thing that I want to do, in terms like getting up and down, and that is to make a couple nether portals. Have I got a diamond pickaxe? Yes, I have. So that means I'm going to have to get... Oh, yeah, bloody hell, I almost bloody snuffed it again. So that means I'm going to have to get some obsidian, set a portal down there. No, set a portal up here. Then get back down to the bottom. And then, oh, I'll figure this blooming out. You know what I mean? Set a portal here, go through it. Then set a portal a few blocks here, and then boom, it should near enough work. Hopefully. Yeah, that's the theory. Anyway, either way, it's going to be challenged that much. So I think first things first, try and get at least the base layer of this sorted before we start adding all this stuff. And plus, I've got to do the blooming crater as well. So that's going to be a challenging bit too. Now, to make this build a little bit easier for myself, it's just a case of plonking a blooming nether portal up here. That way, I can place one up here, we go through, and then I can just place another nether portal a few blocks back, so it should appear round about there. That is the theory, and as you can see, no nether portal is up, so we're doing this live on camera, so this is going to be quite intriguing. Luckily enough, I'm so glad I've got an efficiency 4 pickaxe, so it makes breaking this obsidian down that much quicker. Right, 1, 2, and I should have done that. All that. Right, 1, 2, 3. Go like that. Place obsidian there. Now we can get rid of this. Excuse the lag. One more piece of obsidian. Not a touch. Okay, and don't place that though. I am getting a little bit eager with this, by the looks of it. So, get rid of that. Get rid of that. And lights. So now when we get through, we need to place it around about 327. This one should be on 329, i.e. the X coordinate. So there's only one way to find out. Oh god, I'm nervous now. Really nervous. Ooh, right. Coordinates. 358. Eh? That's kind of not right. That's not too right, is it? Go back for a minute. I need to check these coordinates. So, ah, crud. Crud. I've ended up at Chris's place. And this is surprisingly not too far away from mine, I think. It's only about 500... No, it isn't actually. It's only about 500 meters, so that's not too bad. God. Right. I'm going to have some fun and games now, trying to get all these portals set up. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back, and we are at the coordinates, I do believe, as you can see on the top left corner of the screen, where we should end up on our portal. Though I haven't gone through it just yet. It's just a case of we go through it on camera and we see what happens. And you and I both don't know what's going to happen. And I really don't like those pigmen. Every time I get rid of Netherrack, I always think I'm going to friggin' hit one of them. Ugh. So either way, let's go. Yes, it bloody worked. Absolutely blooming awesome. So now it's just a case of I kind of need more obsidian to make the portal down there, because I had to waste the other 10 just creating the portal on the other side. Bloody pain. Oh well, I'll get on with this, and then I'll get back once that's done. So welcome back, guys, and as you can see with this portal right in front of us, it means one thing and one thing only. We have finally got this thing set up so we can actually go through this portal and go up to the island. But earlier on, before when I tried out and tried to record, it was a case of we go through this, go to the other side, go through the other portal and still come through this one. So it was just a case of them two were a little bit too close together, and as you can see from where I've extended out, that is where the new portal is, and it's just a case I'll show you now and also show you what I've done in terms of the nether, because even though it's not quite there yet, it does look pretty good in my eyes, because as you can see, this is our portal coming in. I'm going to have some doors here so nothing can get in, just for aesthetic purposes, and up the stairs towards our portal for the island. So yeah, very swanky this bit, very bit. And let's get up here. I'm sure a little end them out or something then. Okay, and are you got to be kidding me? Yeah, back in a second. I think this happens each time I just load onto the server. Okay, I'm a little bit stuck with this, to be honest. I've no idea if it's a bug, like they've stopped you doing these sort of portals, or it's a case that they're too close, but they shouldn't, because they're quite a sufficient distance away, probably about 40 plus blocks, and in the nether they're around about 12 blocks apart, and obviously in the nether it's 8 overworld blocks per nether block. So I really don't understand it, because I don't really fancy having it literally right at the other end of the island, because that's where the main house and stuff is going to be. I was hoping it literally actually come into the island on that side, but I'll just show you now, because we go through this one and wait for it to come through. We come through, as you can see, on this side, which is always good, and then we go through that one and it takes us back through takes us back through to the ground, to basically the full ground, while I like so. But the problem is, if we just obviously hop back through, then go ahead and go through this one, expecting to go up to the top of the island, you'll see that we've ended up back on the ground, and I really don't know. This should be aligned, but it's just a case of I'm going to have to check the blooming coordinates, but I'm not going to do it now, because I've still got all this stone to clear out and get all this soil sorted out, because the stone bit itself I'm not really looking forward to be honest. Yeah, Mammoth build, always fun. And we are back, guys. In terms of these blooming portals that I was going on about before, I still cannot get the things working. I have probably been wasting around about half an hour to 40 minutes just trying to get the things working, and every time it was the same story. It's a case of I even made sure all the coordinates are correct in terms of in relation to the overworld and in the nether, and still nothing. It's just a case of, obviously when we go through the portal on this side, we end up on the top one, and then we go through the bottom one in the nether, and then we end up, as you would expect, through that portal down there. But the only problem is, if we're already in the nether and head back through the top one to say expect to come through this one, we come through the bottom one. So I have absolutely no idea what the problem is with that, and at the moment it's just a case of I am going to leave it for a little bit and see if anyone else can have a look at it and try and fix it, because I know Croft is good at blooming these nether portals and getting them to be working, because I have been trying my absolute best to the point where, as you can see with my blooming pickaxe, it is starting to get low, and I need to fix that soon, because otherwise it's dead, and that's either case of I ain't going to be using it for a long time unless I've got redstone, or unless I make an iron pickaxe and such. So in the meantime, what I've been doing, excuse me, because it is bloody late at night. Oh my god, what am I like? As you can see, I've just been busy putting the outline for my little floating island in. At the moment, it's a little bit hard to tell in terms of exactly how big it is, but the only real scale of this is case if we head down here, let's just try and get through this little gap. I'm glad I put this water stream here and fall all the way down. Voila. Hopefully there's no skeletons. Nope, thank God there isn't. So if we just have a quick little ganders up, you can see exactly how big this thing is, and it's just ginormous. And at the moment it's a little bit hard to try and picture the whole section of land, but just try and visualize it, say with loads of stone underneath it and loads of other little bits and bobs popping out, including water streams like from underground pools just flowing down like you see this water stream doing at the moment. Plus we're going to have a humongous crater here, so we've still got loads of work to do. So what I'm aiming to do is at least get all the dirt and the grass up and running first before I even contemplate doing all this stone, because this bit is not going to be fun because I have no idea how much stone I've got to clear, plus the fact I don't even know how low it's going to go at the moment. So I'm just going to get on with that, and when I return, hopefully this should all be done unless something else comes up. Right, I'm back, and as you can see, we have now finished on our floating island section, or at least the first part of it. I have to say, it does look really good, apart from the fact you can't really tell how big it is, like I said before, when we just had the original outline of it. But either way, I'm quite pleased with it, and the other fun bit is it's now grass. Though, to be honest, that took maybe half an hour to an hour just to completely cover the whole area in grass, and just obviously, as you know, waiting for it to spread, which is an absolute monotonous, boring thing to do. But I'm quite pleased with it. It's looking really, really impressive. And the other little thing is, if we just go to the edge of the map and just have a quick little poke down without falling off, you can just see, if we just look down here, where the gradient is on the actual land down here, and it goes down into the rocky area, I've actually included it into this to make it, just give it the illusion, like I've said, the illusion that it's just been pulled up out of the ground and it's mysteriously floating. Though we still need to get all this blooming stone shifted out to make it actually look like a humongous crater, but I'm really, really pleased with this. It's just like, you have no idea how much actual work that has gone into this, having to map this area to make it the exact copy, so you can just basically, if you had the MCN, you could just plonk it down into the area and you wouldn't even notice, apart from maybe a few little blocks out of place with these sections. But it is really, really cool. I'm so impressed with it. It's just case this is going to be just the first of many islands, and yes, you heard me right, the first one, because I've got other ideas in terms of the other islands, like making one to farming land and other stuff, and maybe some decorative items on these sort of islands. I'm not quite sure exactly yet what they're going to be, but either way, it's going to be fun, especially trying to design and building for this section. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with it. But the worst bit is clearing out all the stone, because that's always the part I always hate doing. You get an idea for a build, and then you got the monotonous, boring task of clearing out so much land before you can even get started. And I'm glad at least a little bit of that project, or this project, has been done. Though, say this is around about 20 to 30% of the project, and then that's probably another 30%, and then the remainder is the building itself. So we've still got a long way to go, but it's something that I can't wait to do. Like, all that stone is going to be cleared out in between episodes, because I know next episode is just a case of trying to think what to do. We could actually start building up here, or we could do a few other little things. So no, one of the ideas that I've had is trying to do like a thank yous, like to Paris, and do some sort of monument like there is for Ginge and there is for King Joe Billerman. Yeah, it's corny, I know, but oh well. It's just a case trying to think of something we can do, and one possibility is the humongous mountain that there is at Spawn. We could not take it down, but like put a statue or something on it, like a Marie statue or something. That might be actually pretty cool. Though it's going to take quite a bit of work to get all the resources for that, but at least it'll be a lot easier than just constant digging throughout a whole episode, saying, oh, do you want to see me dig out a stone? There you go there. That's not going to happen. Not in the slightest. But either way, this is done. I'm taking some time out from this for a little bit, maybe about a couple of days before I get to work on the next episode and such. So I can't wait. I really, really can't wait. So much stuff jumping around, crouching around, all I'm going mad. Oh my god. At least I've got... Oh, I'm losing my bloody train of thought. I'm just talking absolute blooming nonsense. Another thing this blooming portal, as you know, can't get them working. Still to find out for anyone how to get this thing working. So I'm just going to move this one over to here so it doesn't like hog most the island, especially if I want to build something right in that spot. So that, as you can see, this water stream is my method up here. So yes, fast getting down, annoyingly slow getting up here. I'm not too fussed, but either way, looking at my timer, I think we're near enough running out of time. Even though it is a little bit of a shorter episode this week, we still got quite a bit done, and I'm quite pleased with it. So hopefully we can get a near enough full length episode next week. But if it is next week, it could be a few days earlier. We don't know yet. We'll see. But either way, if you have enjoyed this video and would like to see much more, please make sure to like, comment, and most importantly subscribe, because you have no idea how much that helps out the channel. And I'll see you next time.